Hytale is the latest survival crafting hotness that just landed in early access. While the game is pretty fun alone, Hytale is at its best when playing with friends who are all working toward the same goal, which is where servers come in. There are a few different options for anyone wanting to start a server with friends, so here's everything you need to know about how to set up a private or public server in Hytale. The easiest way to play Hytale with friends is to simply create a world and invite them to it. To do so, make a world in the world menu, or just keep using a world you've already started on and load into it. Once you're in the game, open the main menu and select Online Play. Here, switch Allow Other Players to Join to On and click Save. If you want your server to be completely private, you can add a password to it in this menu. Otherwise, anyone with the code will be able to join. After you click Save, wait for the Share Code menu to set up a connection. You'll see your personal server code pop up in the box, and then click Copy to Clipboard. Once you have the code copied, send it to any friends who want to join your server, and they'll be able to load into your game. If you set up a password, make sure to share that with them as well. That said, don't be intimidated by the extremely long code you're forced to send. I promise that's the correct one. This is the quickest way to get into a game with friends. However, depending on your internet service provider, your experience might not be so simple. For example, I have Comcast/Xfinity, and the protections they put in place for their customers make it difficult for me to host games from my router. Hypixel Studios has a handful of quick fixes for any issues you might encounter when trying to host a game, like going to your network's admin settings and enabling universal plug and play, or manually pushing the Hytale launcher past your PC's firewall. If you're having issues with hosting, you can find the full list of Hypixel's fixes on the Hytale website. While jumping on a server with friends with a singular host is a great way to play Hytale, it's not a perfect solution if you're looking to have a shared world that anyone can jump into at any time, since it requires the host of the world to be online if anyone wants to play. This is where third-party server hosting comes in. A third-party server runs 24/7, which means anyone can join at any time, and it handles all of the game's performance instead of relying on the host's PC and network settings. There are a lot, and I mean a lot, of different host server options that you can look into. However, take note that many of the best host server platforms are subscription services that charge fees for hosting. Sites like gPortal, Indifferent Broccoli, and Fizzgun offer a lot of great hosting options with flexible pricing based on how many people you expect to have in your servers. You can expect to pay anywhere from about $10 to upwards of $25 per month per server based on the technical requirements for your hosting plans. While that might sound a little pricey, if you're planning on hosting multiple players for several months, the cost pares down significantly if everyone playing chips in. Once you've set up a server with any of those platforms, you'll be given a connection address, which you can then punch into the servers menu when you start up Hytale. From there, you'll be able to play with friends anytime you want and work together for shared goals. If you don't want to pay for a private server or are interested in meeting other Hytale fans from the community, there are plenty of massive public servers that you can join. I'd recommend taking a look at the subreddit r/Hytale servers or the servers section of hytalehub.com to find a server that best matches what you're looking for. There are PvP, roleplay, hardcore survival, and custom mod servers that you can take a look at where you can meet other players and tailor the Hytale experience however you like. So that's everything you need to know about getting rolling with server hosting in Hytale. For everything else, make sure to stick with IGN.